Here we are back again at Perfectly Paranormal, episode 165. My name's Anna Schmidt, and I'm here every week to share with you true paranormal encounters and information about devils, demons, and dark energy beings that no one else talks about. Well, I think they don't. I always give you different perspectives, and I love it. Today I have an odd little question for you that came from Jess. Jess wanted to know, can people become demons? Now, Jess was rather distraught when she sent me this message. She said she'd been experiencing demonic-type oppression from a family member, and she truly believed that this family member had crossed into the darkness and become a demon himself. And this question from Jess opened up a lot of possible tangents that we are going to explore, because it's quite an ambiguous question. I did email Jess, so she got a reply from me, not just a podcast episode. But as always, I love to share what comes up through my emails, my fan messages, on social media, even in person when people ask me questions. Because if someone is thinking it and asking it, there's probably other people out there thinking the same thing. So to start with, can humans become demons? If we're looking at a mental, emotional and physical transition, my brain instantly says no. No. And this is why. Demons and their energy are totally different to a human being. Demons are fallen angels that left God's grace. And our sentient soul energy, which is part of mass consciousness, it's totally outside the realm of the demonic energy beings. It's outside the realm of the angelic energy beings. Our sentient soul energy is part of mass consciousness, like I just said, and it inhabits these fleshy bodies that we are given, oh my goodness, to be part of the earth reality and experience all these things that we need to experience. People debate that angels are a species of their own. So I do wonder if they think of demons in the same way, when they are still angels, but they're what we call fallen angels. They are still under the control of God, though. I learned this recently from my friend Reverend Leslie, who is an exorcist with St. Joan of Arc's Old Catholic Church. She talked a lot about how demons are still connected to God, but they're not humans, and humans can't become demons in that physical sense. Demons are energy. They don't have physical bodies. Sometimes we do see them though. Like, I will give you that. If I'm about to work on a property somewhere and I've got protection around my house, they will appear for a split second or two, and I'll see this dark, wavering shape. It's letting me know, we see you. And my response to that is, well, I've been professionally employed to cleanse this house. You just need to move out. So they'll show themselves as a form of threat. It doesn't work. But you can occasionally get those vivid, shadowy people, sort of black, misty type experiences. I mean, I've seen demons in other ways as well. They don't technically have physical bodies that walk amongst us, but, this is the big but, they can inhabit people's bodies through various means, such as oppression, transient possession, full possession. I've done lots on how demons get in, how they get close to us. You'll find all the links. I shall put some in the description box. We don't want to get sidetracked with that today, but they can inhabit people's bodies. They can influence us on the outside as well, through our dreams, through our thoughts, through offering us things that we've always wanted. I mean, you can sell your soul to the devil easier than you expect. Now, demons, they don't have soul energy like people do, or soul essence, whatever you want to call it. It probably has lots of different names, but I'm just going to try and keep it just down to the one word today. So soul energy, which is 2 words. Our soul energy inhabits these physical bodies during conception, and it leaves our physical bodies upon death and returns to mass consciousness through what I call the afterlife waiting room. Demons don't die. They are eternal energy, just like angels are eternal ethereal energy. And if they're exercised out of a living person, they either return to their point of origin, I see as hell, which is I call it the devil's headquarters, where all the ranks of entities hang out, then waiting to be deployed back into the earth environment, or they just stay in the earth environment, looking for their next victim, depending on what their mission is. Now, our soul energy, our life force, it evolves as we grow spiritually. It just is. It can go backwards depending on our actions, our thoughts, words, actions, and reactions, or it can evolve into living in a better sense of well-being. But demonic energy is set and predetermined by God. Demons hate us because we have choice. We have souls. We can evolve. They don't like the fact that they're not the favourites anymore. It's not the whole picture, but I can give you from what I've learned from Reverend Leslie and what I've learned from my experiences. Now, we look at this. People can behave in ways thought of as demonic. So when you think of demons, you think of violence, bloodshed, hatred, negativity, harsh, harmful traits and actions. These are all associated with demonic type behaviours. Anything that's bent on destruction, self-harm, chaos, that comes from the dark realms. And it can also come through the magic and sorcery realms, but it's usually demonically instigated. But people don't always have a demonic affliction when they do things. I mean, like I said, I say it in many videos, I'm not a doctor and I'm not a mental health professional, but our life choices, our life experiences, our life traumas can sometimes lead people to behave in negative ways if that's what they choose, or if they think that negative behaviour is going to get them something they want. Now, this can be just a person, or it can be demonically influenced by that whispering in their ears. People are vulnerable. Like, we are seriously vulnerable. And when you are unaware of how these demons behave, you're more vulnerable than the people that are aware. I have very little issues with demonic entities anymore because they know that I'm savvy to what they get up to. I question everything. Why is this happening? Why has this come to me? Why is this situation turned out that way? When you question everything and you explore all the details, your psychic senses, your spiritual awareness, whatever you want to call it, your spidey senses, I like to call it, will ping off if there's something dark or negative attached to people, places, situations, offers, opportunities. Your intuition. Your intuition is a good way to look at it. If that gut feeling tells you not to go with something, or you're feeling sick, or suddenly you're just like, oh, I can't be around this person anymore, you've got to honour it if you can. If it's family members, that's a bit hard. You've got to manage the situation. But people aren't always affected by demonic beings. Sometimes there's people making evil choices because we have choice. Because people live by their ego. They live by either their morals, ethics or values, or their lack of morals, ethics or values, and just purely living off desires and wants. So, perfect possession. This is the terminology that Reverend Leslie uses when I did a religious demonology course with her back at the end of 2025. She used the wording perfect possession. Now, this is the only way that I can see that a human body and mind could reach 100% demonic inhabitation and control. Perfect possession is when a demonic entity is invoked and invited by human consciousness to inhabit that person's body. It is a personal choice for whatever reason. Now, the person is still going to be in there, but they're suppressed. Now, their soul, I don't believe a soul could totally disappear, but it would be so overrun by demonic energy that it would just be in the background. Now, all humans, as we know, have two sides. We are all of the light, and we are all of the darkness. We all have conscious choice. So this person that Jess was talking about in her family has this person crossed into the darkness, as she said, because of a choice they've made, because of something they wanted in their life? Did they invite the entity into their life? She didn't want to give me any more information, and that's fine. I don't push people unless they want to share. But I did suggest there has been something that has happened to that person, or that they've made a choice that has let the entities in. If they're not someone that has dark intentions to start with, because remember, she didn't give me a lot of information. I need more information when you're dealing with this. It really has to be quite detailed. Got to unpack it to find the core issue. Well, hopefully Jess will contact me again and I might be able to do some work with this person. Now, if you look at our soul energy, our souls are eternal. They just go, if you believe in reincarnation, they just go from body to body to body until we've learned what we need to learn. You have to be really, really strong-minded. Observe and question everything. Demons don't like it when we take control and make choices and say no. No, thank you. Move on. Now, we have free will, like I said earlier, but demons don't. This is what Reverend Leslie told me, and I learned a lot from her in the time that we spent together. Demons are allowed to do what they do by God's grace. Like, they're still connected to God. The big G's in control. But demons actually teach us a lot. I did an episode very early on, I don't even know the number, Demons as Teachers. And people would probably go, what the heck is she talking about? But they do. They make us think about our choices. They help us evolve through choice, through questioning, through observation, whether it be good or bad, whether you make mistakes and you learn from them. They teach us something. And they probably hate that too, that they're made to be here to help us learn and evolve. It's so funny. It's really quite funny when you think about it. So are people pure evil? Are they born like that? There may be some people that think that's debatable. I mean, Hitler, for an example, I don't like to think about Hitler and all the horrible things that he did. Was he born good or was he possessed at birth? Or did he make a conscious choice because he was obsessed with hatred and destruction of innocent people because of his idealism that he wanted in the world? He wanted the world to be a certain way. If we wipe out all these people, I get what I want. Was he afflicted in a past lifetime and it has come through into this lifetime? The demons have come through past lives with him. I mean, it's not an excuse. I'm just trying to unpack it. So my suggestion for Jess was to talk with family, doctors and mental health practitioners to get the family member into psychological assessment and care to determine if the issue is a medical issue, a mental health issue, an emotional issue. You never know what the influences are. All the testing has to be done. And then if the person, having had all the tests done and there's still something that's not quite right about them, they can see a religious team. They might need to have an exorcism. You never go down that path first. It's always medical, mental health, to make sure it's not those issues. Because there might be an energetic issue. Quite often, I see demonic oppression or possession can cross into both the medical, mental health and the demonic influence. If someone is mentally unstable and they're vulnerable, the demons are going to be on them like a shot. I don't saying that to frighten people. It's just that when you're more vulnerable, you're an easy target. When you work on not being vulnerable, they go looking for easier targets. They'll just move on. They're not going to waste their time with people that aren't easily influenced. So I hope that's given you something to think about today, is that people can't become demons. There's no possible physical way that a person can transition into becoming a demon, but they can have demonic type behaviours. So in episode 166, I have another question from a rather confused listener, Ben, who wants to know if entities and spirits are more active at night. Now, I know my instant answer to that, which I'm not going to share with you now. I mean, what do you think? Have you ever experienced paranormal activity? Was it during the day? Was it at night? I mean, there are valid reasons for thinking that entities and spirits are more active at night, and we're going to cover all those in next week's episode. So I look forward to spending some spooky time with you next week. And if you like this episode, you want to learn more about the paranormal, I'm always sharing new information that nobody else does. Please hit the subscribe button, send me a comment, send me one of your stories. So thank you for joining me today. And don't forget, if you want to share a paranormal experience just with myself, or you would like me to share one of your experiences through my podcast, you can do a voice recording, or you can write out your experience and I will read it exactly as you have written. You can email me at spiritualbeing44@gmail.com. And for information on paranormal house clearing, you can visit my website, Spiritual Being. You will find the address in the description box. And remember, life is perfectly paranormal.